Hello everyone, I'm Anita Rajendran. I'm a software engineer passionate about building AI powered solutions for real world data engineering challenges. Data engineers lose hours every week doing the same thing. Something breaks in a pipeline, a field goes null, a schema changes, a load job silently fails, and someone has to notice, investigate, and fix it by hand. That triggage follows a repeatable pattern. Check what changed, compare it and normal. Decided if it is safe to fix, act and write it up. That exactly the kind of repeatable multi-step task and the AI agent is to build for. So I built a DataGuard AI, an agent that goes to the triage anonymously. Let's explain the architecture, how it works. The data gas has four pieces. First, a stimulated data warehouse. I used Duke database, so the whole demo runs with a zero cloud setup, but it builds to swap in a real Snowflake or a Databricks table with a minimal changes. Second, a set of tools, a real Python function the agent can call, check pipeline status, compare agent a healthy baseline, quarantine bad rows, triggers a backfill, request the human approval, and log on to the incident report. Third, the agent itself build a Gemini function calling API. It gives the tools and system prompt that defines is the job or is the one hard rule. It can investigate freely, but it must request the human approval before taking any action that changes data. The fourth rule is a streamlined dashboard, so you can watch the agent reasoning and tool calls happen live, which is what I will show you now. Let's show you the demo. Can you see the what's running on the Streamlight app? First, I will establish the healthy baseline. This stimulates the 7 days for a normal pipeline. First, we have to click the reset and establish healthy baseline. Point at the metrics that appear, row count, null rate. Right now, everything is healthy. Low null rate, no negative values, fresh data. Second step, you have to inject an anomaly. Now I will stimulate the data, real world failure. I will pick the null spike. You have to, there's a scroll down. You have to click the null spike. This minimizes an upstream field mapping bug that starts dropping the customer emails. Select null spike, click run today data load. That's now landed in the warehouse just like it would be in a production. Nobody told the agent anything yet. Run the agent. Now I will trigger the data guard healthy check. Click the run health check. Let the trace tribute and narrate over it appears. Watch the trace on the right. It callings the get pipeline first to pull live metrics. Now compare the baseline to see how far is the drifted for the normal. Here is the reasoning. It identifies the null value spike value above the 7 days baseline. Now this is an important part. It doesn't fix it. It calls the request human approval first, explaining exactly what it wants to do and why. That's in governance rule. I have hard coded. The agent can diagnose anonymously, but it cannot mutable data without sign off. Once approved, it calls the quarantine bad rows, moving the bad rows out of the main table so they corrupt the downst- downstream reports, and finally create the incident report logging the root causes of the action it took. Show the incident log and here the permanent record. This is the agent memory. Every incident is handled queryable with the severity root cause and what it about it. This is an exactly audit trail and the real data team would need. This was the final this project touches every day for the course function calling tools for the real actions, a memory layer through the incident log and baseline comparison and the quality and security guideline through the human approval gate. The agent is grounded in the real data, never guessing for the production. The next step is straightforward. Swap the stimulated database warehouse for the real Snowflake or Airflow connection. The agent reasoning loop doesn't change at all. Only the tool implementation do. I will also move the approval for flow for the Slack so you can call the engineers, get pinged directly instead of auto approving like. I did this demo. That's the DataGuard AI. Thanks for watching.